Do you ever feel like the digital landscape is just changing so fast it's almost impossible to keep up? Especially with AI, right? All this new tech popping up constantly. It feels like a full-time job just staying, informed.
Oh, absolutely. The sheer amount of new stuff, tools, trends, it can be overwhelming, really. And the real challenge, I think, for most people isn't just finding information, it's figuring out what actually matters. How does it connect? What's the real impact on, you?
That's exactly why we started the deep dive. Our whole mission is to try and cut through all that noise. We take specific source material articles, research, or like today, a whole book, and we just pull out the key insights. The goal is to help you get genuinely well informed, but without that feeling of being buried in data.
Yeah, we try to get to the essence, connect the dots that maybe aren't obvious, and help you understand not just what it says, but like fundamentally why it's important. Give it some context.
And today, we're diving into a really interesting one. It's the book ChatGPT for $10,000 per month. Hashtag One Beginner's Guide to Make Money Online, generated by artificial intelligence, by Jake L. Kant. Now, that title, $10,000 per month, that's a pretty bold promise right there. Very intriguing.
It definitely sets a high bar, doesn't it? The book really frames itself as a guide for beginners, showing how they could potentially make a serious income online, specifically using ChatGPT. So our deep dive today is really about unpacking how the book suggests you can do that. What are the main ideas? What are the practical steps it lays out?
Right, how does this big idea actually translate into action? Let's get into the path the author suggests. And just a quick note before we really jump in. This deep dive is made possible by easymasterai.com. Okay, so first things first. The book grounds us in the basics. What exactly is ChatGPT? It describes it as, an advanced artificial intelligence language model from OpenAI, its core strength, generating text that sounds incredibly human, like really fluent and coherent.
And what's really different here, which the book points out, is how it goes way beyond those older chatbots, the ones that just gave pre-written answers. ChatGPT uses deep learning. So it understands the context, the nuance of what you're saying. It can generate genuinely original replies based on that. The author explains it's built on something called the transformer architecture. Think of it like a super smart brain for language, and it learned from just vast amounts of text off the internet. That's how it knows so much.
And this isn't just some cool tech demo. The book really stresses why AI, and specifically this natural language processing, NLP, why it's so important if you're looking to make money online. AI generally is about building smart systems that can kind of mimic human thinking, like learning or solving problems.
Right, and NLP is the part of AI focused purely on language, getting machines to understand, interpret, and even generate human language. The key takeaway from the book here is that these abilities, driven by things like machine learning and deep learning, they're what let ChatGPT become like a virtual partner for making money. It's not just searching, it's creating with you.
So way more than just a thing you chat with for fun. The book shows a really broad range of uses for ChatGPT. It really highlights its versatility. We're talking everything from customer support, content creation, virtual assistants, translation, helping with education, even market research.
Yeah, the insight there is that it's not just for one specific thing. Its power is how adaptable it is. Pretty much any area where you need text generated or analyzed or where you interact using language. And that wide range of uses is exactly why it's presented as this tool for building different income streams.
Makes sense. And with all that potential, the book does a good job, I think, of acknowledging that AI is kind of a double-edged sword.
Definitely. On one side, the author points to clear benefits, boosting efficiency, which often saves money, right? Better decision making because it can process so much data fast and delivering really personalized experiences for users. Those are big pluses for any business or even just individuals.
But it also brings up the downsides, which you really need to think about. Things like potential job displacement, as automation increases, and the obvious lack of, well, a real human connection in some cases. Plus, serious concerns around security and privacy, especially with all that data.
And that leads into the ethical side, too, like the risk of bias baked into the data the AI learned from. The book tries to give a balanced view, huge potential, but also real challenges. The main point seems to be AI is powerful, offers amazing opportunities, but you've got to use it thoughtfully, responsibly.
Okay, so if you're listening and thinking, all right, this sounds good, but how do I actually start? How do I use this thing to maybe get towards that $10K a month? The book gets pretty practical here. It lays out two main ways to get access. There's the OpenAI playground that's more user-friendly, good for just trying things out. Or for more technical users, the OpenAI API, which lets you build into your own apps.
Yeah, the author really pushes for getting hands-on. It tells you to get an API key. Think of that as your personal password to talk directly to the AI's brain. This gives you much more control than just using the website, and it really encourages you to dig into the documentation, the manuals, basically. The idea is to really use this for income, you got to move past just playing around and understand how it works under the hood.
And once you're set up, understanding the interface is obviously crucial. The book describes the basics. You type your request, your prompt in one box, and get the AI's answer in another. But here's where it gets interesting. It talks about the playground controls.
Right. Things like temperature. You can think of that like a creativity dial. Turn it up for more random, maybe surprising answers. Turn it down for more focused, predictable ones. And max token limit, which just controls how long the response is. The really fascinating insight here is that you controlling these settings directly changes the output. You can fine-tune it for exactly what you need, precise or exploratory, and that directly affects the quality of whatever service you're trying to offer.
Which leads perfectly into what the book calls the art of the prompt. It really hammers home why writing good prompts is so critical. It's how you steer the AI. This is where your skill in communication really matters, turning this powerful tool into an assistant that actually understands what you need for your business.
Yeah, the book gives some solid tips. Be really clear and specific. Tell it the context, what you want it to do. Use system instructions. Start simple, then build up. Even give it examples. The deeper point, I think, is that prompt engineering isn't just about typing words. It's about learning how to communicate effectively with this intelligent but very literal machine. It's a skill, and better prompts mean better output, which is what you can actually sell.
And once you get the hang of prompting, the book talks about customizing ChatGPT for your specific business. So figuring out your exact use cases, maybe creating a brand persona so the AI sounds like your business, and feeding it domain-specific knowledge stuff only people in your field would know.
Yeah, connecting that back to the money idea. It's about making ChatGPT work specifically for you and your venture, not just using it generically. The book's insight is that this tailoring, this customization, is how you create something unique, something valuable that people will actually pay for because it stands out.
I know most people probably grab the book for the money shot. How do you actually make money? The core concept the book pushes is using ChatGPT to monetize skills or knowledge you already have, turning your expertise into a business, but using AI as this super-powered assistant.
And it lays out quite a few different avenues. We can maybe group them into a few main areas that seem good for beginners. First up, content creation and marketing. ChatGPT can help you churn out blog posts, social media updates, articles, even catchy headlines. The book really emphasizes using this to build an online presence fast.
Okay, second big area, customer support automation. Using AI chatbots to give instant answers to common questions. This can boost customer satisfaction, build loyalty, and hopefully lead to more sales down the line. Then there's directly selling your skills, writing services, and freelancing. Here, ChatGPT is like your writing partner, drafting, outlining, polishing. It lets you take on more work, deliver faster.
Another really interesting one is creating personalized online courses or educational platforms. You can use ChatGPT to help design the course, write lesson plans, even give students AI-powered feedback. Makes your course offering potentially much richer. And if you have a specific niche, the book suggests building niche-specific chatbots tailored for, say, real estate agents or hobbyists. These engage users and can lead to sales or signups. The key insight running through all of these is how much ChatGPT cuts down the time and effort needed for quality work, allowing you to scale up what you offer.
So beyond what you can do, the book also gets into specific strategies for monetization, like offering premium AI-powered services, basically charging more because your service is faster, better, thanks to AI. Or developing paid AI conversations, maybe exclusive access to an AI expert system you've built, or personalized learning sessions people pay for.
It also covers affiliate marketing and sponsorships, so weaving relevant affiliate links or sponsored mentions into the content the AI helps you create. And a really common model, subscription-based AI services, like offering a monthly package of AI-generated blog posts for a business or a support plan for a chatbot you built them. You're selling ongoing AI value.
And really importantly, the book gives best practices for actually selling these AI-powered services. It stresses knowing your target audience inside out and having a clear, unique value proposition. What makes your AI service special?
Yeah, and what I found interesting is the focus on iteration. The book talks constantly about testing and refining your offers, ensuring accuracy and ethical use that's crucial. Offering different pricing models helps too. And absolutely critical for building trust. Prioritize data privacy and security, and have excellent customer support. The core message seems to be AI is amazing, but good old-fashioned business sense and customer care are still essential for making it work long term.
Now, while making money is obviously a big driver, the book shows that ChatGPT's value goes way beyond just the bank account. It talks quite a bit about enhancing your creative process.
Yeah.
The author keeps coming back to this idea of ChatGPT as a creative companion for brainstorming, structuring ideas, getting over writer's block, drafting intros, even polishing your style.
You can even play around with totally creative content formats, AI poems, short stories, exploring different narrative ideas. The key takeaway the book offers here is really to embrace AI as a collaborator. It's not there to replace your creativity, but to augment it, expand it, maybe help you explore avenues you wouldn't have thought of on your own.
And that ties directly into boosting productivity, right? Automating those repetitive tasks. Think about all the time spent on things like standard email replies, basic social media posts, summarizing long reports, maybe even roughing out some simple code.
Exactly. By letting ChatGPT handle some of that routine stuff, the book argues you're freeing up valuable time for more strategic, creative, and human-centric endeavors. It's about working smarter by letting the AI do some of the heavy lifting, basically.
So how do you actually weave this into your day-to-day? If you're sold on the idea, how do you integrate it? The book gives some practical tips here too, like identifying specific tasks where AI genuinely adds value, maybe setting up dedicated workspaces or workflows involving AI, and even linking it with tools you already use, task managers, collaboration platforms, that sort of thing.
But what's consistently stressed, and this is a really crucial point, is the need for human oversight. You always need to review, validate, and refine what the AI produces. It ensures the quality is there, it's accurate, and it actually aligns with your goals and your brand voice. It's a partnership, really, but the human is always the one ultimately in control, guiding the process.
Okay, so no AI discussion is complete without tackling the anxieties, right? The book does address common fears, jobs being lost, ethical issues, bias in the AI, privacy risks. How does it handle that?
It takes a pretty clear stance. The author really emphasizes that AI is a tool, a powerful one, yes, but a tool that complements what humans do. It's not, some sentient being about to take over. It's not perfect either. The book really highlights the need for clear ethical guidelines and transparency in how AI is used. That's key to building trust and mitigating risks. The insight is that understanding AI's limits and using it responsibly is just as vital as harnessing its power.
And it strongly makes the case for the indispensable role of humans, even with advanced AI.
Absolutely. Things like human creativity, genuine innovation, complex ethical judgments, understanding deep context. The book argues these are irreplaceable. AI enhances our abilities. It empowers, not replaces, our uniquely human skills. That's the core message.
Looking forward, the book touches on future trends for ChatGPT itself. What's coming next?
It anticipates things like even better language understanding, multimodal capability, so AI dealing with text, images, audio together. Also, more customized domain-specific models trained for very particular industries. And continual learning, meaning the AI keeps getting better over time.
Which makes you think about where else AI might pop up. Beyond the current uses, the book hints at applications in like game development, complex legal work, maybe real estate, even environmental science. The potential reach seems huge.
So, to stay competitive in this fast-changing world, the book's advice is pretty clear. Keep learning. Continuous learning and monitoring industry trends are essential. It also recommends fostering innovation and experimentation, always prioritizing ethical AI practices, and focusing relentlessly on creating a superior user experience, listening closely to customer feedback.
It definitely sounds like a journey of ongoing adaptation and keeping that curiosity alive. So there we have it, our deep dive into Jake Elkend's ChatGPT for $10,000 per month. We've looked at what ChatGPT is, how the book suggests you can practically use it, the different ways it proposes for making money, and how it can boost creativity and efficiency. We also touched on the crucial ethical considerations and what the future might hold.
Yeah, the book definitely presents a compelling vision of AI, specifically ChatGPT, as this powerful partner for anyone trying to thrive in the digital world. It's really about strategically using this tech to amplify human abilities and open up new doors.
So here's a final thought to leave you with, building on the book. Given how fast AI is moving, what unique skill or passion do you have that if you combined it with a tool like ChatGPT could potentially unlock something completely new for your future. How could your expertise meet this technology to create real value?
It's definitely food for thought. The opportunities seem vast for those ready to learn and adapt.
Absolutely. And if you want to learn more about artificial intelligence or discover tools that could help you harness its power, maybe even for making money online, you should visit easymasterai.com. That's easymasterai.com.